Hi, it's Aaron here, and thank you for coming to watch this video in the KBB University. Now, you're either just about to watch the Calendly video or the Perfect Sales Process video, and they're both really good videos and they should be watched one after the other. The sales process first, then the Calendly one. But the reason why I'm putting this little video in front of these other two videos is that since we put this guidance out there about the Calendly setup and the sales process setup, things have moved on quite a bit now, and we've built a system which is basically does all this for you. So by all means, carry on and do it the way you want to do it. If you want to do it manually, it's cheaper, it's free, but it's a lot more work. The system we've built for you is a lot better than this. It does everything and way more, because what we're putting in these videos is sort of good, and it's what we've used for many years and converted many sales using it. But what we've built in this other system is just on a whole different level. So I would urge you to watch the CRM demo walkthrough video and the other video that says what is a CRM, so we can explain what a CRM system is. It's a customer relationship management system. But basically what that system does, it will take care of all your online bookings and your customer journey. So basically everything that's in the Calendly and sales process video is done, plus way more stuff. So I'd urge you to go and watch that video as well, and then make a decision on whether you're going to do the CRM, get the CRM with us and get us to build it all for you, or you're going to do it yourself. But I just wanted to make you aware of that before you watch this video. But enjoy, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to the KBB University for this very, very special presentation, because this is the presentation that's going to stitch together the whole sales process for you. Now, the purpose of this is download this document. So on the page that you're watching this video, there'll be a link to download this document that I'm going to run through with you now. And there'll be a link to download the templates document. So I've wrote loads of templates for you, for your emails and stuff like that, and this document as well. So the idea is print them both off. And if you've not watched the Calendly videos, go and watch the Calendly videos, because this all stitches in. Calendly is a big part of this. So the document you're going to download, I'm just going to run through it with you now, 10-15 minutes, just have a quick scout over it and just talk you through the process. So we're calling it the perfect process for KBB sales and customer journey. And then just a note here to download this document with the templates document that's on the page with this video. So the purpose of this document is to get you using this process. So step one, get attention by marketing, using your online profiles, leaflets, websites, Google My Business, having a sign written van, all that type of stuff. Because you got to get attention first off the customer. That's step one. Step two is book the survey. So booking the survey properly by using a system called Calendly, which would be embedded into your website, your social media. You can even put QR codes on your leaflets, van, all the rest of it. Well, step two is book the survey. Step three is do the survey, because the survey has to be done right. Do it like a pro. Then we've got send the first quote, and using video to send that first quote. So using a video similar to what I'm doing with you now. I'm just recording my screen and I'm talking to you. And when you send a quote out, we recommend that you do the same. It doesn't need to be fancy. As you can see, this is just a video of my desktop. You know, I've not gone to any great lengths in terms of presentation or editing. You know, it's raw, and that's what people like. Your customers will be the same. So just having your designs open and your quote and just flicking through them, explaining what they are and explaining the next step is fine. But it's really important that when you're sending the first quote, we're using video and reminding them what's included and why they should choose you. Step 5, follow up properly, sell the design meeting. So again, that step is there because what some people are doing is they're sending the quote and just saying, oh yeah, here's the quote with a little crappy email, and you know, I'll wait to hear from you. Well, the chances are you'll never hear from them because that is crap. So what we want to do is improve that, and on that email we want a proper template. These are all the things that are included in my job, and at that point, we're not trying to sell them a kitchen. We're just trying to sell the next step, which is the second meeting with you or the design meeting. So step 5 is all about following up properly, getting the design meeting sold. And step 6 is then the design meeting itself, and then sending the revised quote. So again, we've got templates for you to use to send that email off, so it's worded right. And then the final step 7, signature and deposit. However you decide to do that, whether you just want to work through emails and trust that the customer's not going to screw you over, or you use a proper proposal software where the customer signs to say, yeah, that's everything that we've agreed. That's what I'd highly recommend, just so you're protected and they're protected, because they want to feel like they're protected too. Now, when it's all a bit loose, people can back away from you there because it's not professional enough. So this process is like, if you follow it, if you do this, you're there. You will win enough work to completely change your life and get away from labor only work. So let's run through the steps. So step 1, marketing, getting noticed by the consumer, is obviously getting your online profiles. If you're using My Builder, Rated People, things like that, they're a good place to start. Don't write them off. You can get leads for £25, £20, £10, 50 quid sometimes, but that's not a lot for a lead. If you think about it, you need 10 to 15 leads a month. If you convert 40% of them, you're in a different place. So if each one was costing you 30 quid and it's £300-400 a month to spend on leads, that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. So online profiles are a really good place to start. Facebook and social media act as a good shop front and can generate leads if used correctly. Now, when I say use correctly, what we don't want to be doing is putting stock images of products on there from suppliers' catalogs. So we'll send you images of the products and stuff like that, but using them all over social media, everyone does it. It's rubbish. We want to talk on social media about your jobs, what you're up to, your videos of yourself, talk about previous work. You try and get some reviews up on social media, copy and paste reviews, send screenshots. Let the customer know that you're out there, you care, all the rest of it. That's the best use of social media, because it's usually somewhere people will go to just have a look. What they don't want to see is loads of stock images of kitchens. Like, what's the point? Google search, not really worth considering until you've got a proper website that will convert a sale. But once your website is set up, looking at Google search. Google My Business, that's something that's set up right now, because we can use that for reviews, set your information up, and we post onto Google My Business just like we would social media. And Google My Business is really powerful. Getting your professional logo, important to have. And then telephone, make sure when a customer tries to contact you, the phone is answered, and the person answering the phone has your Calendly link. So Calendly link, if you watch the Calendly videos, you'll know what I mean by that, but we'll come on to it again in this presentation. So they're the bits that we need to be doing to get noticed by the customer and achieve step 1. So the actions for step 1 are go into the KBB University, watch the video on the 30 ways to generate leads. I'm going to change that word in, on the 30 ways to generate leads. There's the link. So when you download this PDF or onto your computer, you should be able to click that link. That'll take you straight there, but it's in the KBB University. Watch that one about the leads. Video 2, building your online profiles. Watch that video, do the bits in that video, follow the best practices what I put in that video to get those profiles set up properly. And then number 3 is watch the video on websites, because if you're serious about this and you want to convert proper sales, you're going to need a website and I don't mean any website, I mean a decent website. So that if you don't know, we sell the websites, so we can basically give you a copy of our website, and it's a lot cheaper than for that sort of website what we've created for it. It's about a £5,000 website, that. So, and we're selling copies of it for 900 quid. So again, if you wanted to buy one of our websites, that's fine, but we need a good website here. We can't be going and getting one for 300 quid and think, that's got 4 pages and it's just not good enough. We want to be getting people to spend 10, 15, 20 grand with us. We need to look the part here, and your website is massively a part of that. So marketing actions for section 1 to get customers noticing you is watch those videos, 1, 2, and 3. Implement what's required from there. But I'm going to come on to the website again here. So a step one essential is the website, because remember, a website is a tool to convert sales as much as it is a way to get leads. So people look at websites and think, oh, it's just a way of getting leads. It's not. It's only a way of getting leads if you drive traffic to it. Now, you don't necessarily need to drive traffic to it to help it convert sales. So what I mean by that is if someone's like, if you go back through the Calendly videos that I'm hoping you've already watched, but if you haven't, make sure you go into the university and watch those videos. We can link people back to your website at different parts of your customer journey. So when you're sending notifications out, you can send them a notification to say, please read this blog about pricing, have a look at my customer journey, all those things. There's only one place you can put stuff like that, and that is on your website. So that's why the website, even if you might be doing leaflets, sign written van, the online profiles, your website will still be a really important part of converting sales if it's used properly. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the website properly. So that's why websites are so important. And as I've said a minute ago, we need a proper website. And if you think you can build a reputable kitchen business without a trustworthy professional website in this day and age, you are wrong. The digital age is well upon us. It's time to get on the train, because it ain't going away, and we're never going to go back to the way things were. And the people with the best websites and the best marketing and the best sales process are the people making the most money, and it's that simple. And you can get there very easily just by following this process that we're putting in front of you right now. So the rules for your website: not cheap, good design, easy to read, flowing and logical. Again, you'll find this list in the website video. Images of your work, videos of you, trustworthy with evidence, reviews, images of you, and an introduction to your company. Your promise to them, i.e. we promise fixed price installations, insurance back guarantee, all that type of stuff. Multiple ways to contact you on the website, instantaneous booking system like Calendly, case studies to show your previous work, a minimum of 3 case studies, and some blogs on there as well, which again, if you use one of our websites, will help you do all that. We'll write some of it for you. Blogs to position yourself as an expert, say 6 blogs should be fine to get you going, and you can just add one in every month or 2. Badges for security, a landline on there, not a mobile number, with the phone answered by a separate company. So again, a phone answering service that answers the phone for you, which sounds expensive, but it's not. It just makes you look so much more professional. You're not on the phone all day. You're not missing calls. When people ring, the person on the end of the phone's got the Calendly link to book that person straight in for a survey. All you get is an email saying Mrs. Jones has booked in for a survey. And then at that point, Mrs. Jones is already getting her welcome emails and all the rest of it, and you haven't even touched it. What a great place to be in. And then we want many pages for the customer to browse, and just a general, persona of the website that positions you and your business as the experts. And the obvious choice for them. So you want that customer to go, wow, this company is great. You want them to almost want to use you before they've even had a quote. And that's what will push your conversion rate up. So the example website here. So this is an example website of, if you buy a website from us, that's the website. Yours will be a copy of that website. But that's if we're putting that there so you can have a look at it, so you see the depth of website that we need to be aiming at here, so it looks right. So website specific actions are: 1, start your website build. Use the list above what I've just showed you and the example website, and give that to your developer and say, look, these are all the things website needs to do. This is what I really need it to look like. Or you can just order the website through us and we'll do it all for you, or with you, should I say. So that's it. Either way, get that done, because it isn't an option. That has to be done. Also, if you choose a website through us, we'll guide you through the website build and all the relevant actions to get the site where it needs to be. And additionally, I will work with you one-to-one for 5 months to make sure everything that's in this presentation is done properly. That includes the website done properly and the whole, like everything that's in this document, basically. We'll have a checklist. We'll use this as a framework. In the time that your website's being built, we'll get all this stuff in place. So by the time that you decide to push your marketing live or whatever you're doing, all this process is already stitched together for you. So step 1 checklist. Again, when you download this, you can print this out and tick it off. So we've got a logo done by a professional, get your Facebook and Instagram page set up. On the logo, by the way, if you use us for the website, we'll sort a logo out for you for really low costs. So, don't worry about logo if you've not got one. If you're having one of our websites, we'll sort that out with you. If you are getting one yourself, just make sure it's not one that you're downloading off some website and it looks crap. Get a proper logo done by someone. For 25 quid, you can get a graphic designer to throw one together for you. So don't scrimp on that. Start posting onto social media frequently. Post about your service, offers, previous work, customer reviews, videos of you and your team, and video job updates. This will be more appealing to any prospective customers than stock images of products. Like I've said before, don't put stock images of products on your website or your social media. Not excessively anyway. That's not what they call. That's not what they're there for. They want to know about you and your business and why you're the right choice for them as a consumer. Stock images of kitchens mean nothing. So set up your Google business page. As above with Google, post the same things onto Google as you would onto your social media. Put time in your diary for posting, so start creating an hour slot every day or half an hour to just update things like that and keep on top of it. Watch the videos above, implement the actions of the videos, order your business cards, leaflets, van sign writing, choose the ones that are right for you from the 30 ways to generate leads. There's 30 ways in there. You could do all of them, but you could at least do 15 of them. So, have a good look at that video, write the ones down that are right for you and get on with it. And then start your website build. So in section 1, that's your checklist for section 1. Section 2, booking the survey. Survey should be going into your diary without you having to do anything like I've just said. This is about you having that Calendly set up properly. So really, you should just get an email to say so and so's booked a Calendly an appointment with you. So it's time to get a professional diary booking system in step 2. We recommend a software called Calendly, which I've already mentioned, and it is an absolute game changer. I could not imagine my life without it, and I don't see how you would get where you want to be without something like that. Without spending loads of time on the phone and all the rest of it. It's just hassle these days you don't need. And there's that much technology out there that there's no real reason to keep doing it the old way. It's so easy to put this stuff in place. Use it. It's there. It's cheap. It saves you a lot of time. Makes you look loads more professional. It's a no-brainer. So once you've got your calendar link to book appointments, it's seamless by doing these 3 things. So if a customer says, "Oh, can you come and see me?" all you need to do is get your link for your Calendly. You can download the app. Or send them the link. They'll click the link and then they can book in themselves. You can add the link to your website and social media. And then, like I've said about your phone answering service, you can give them the link. So if someone rings up, they'll book it in for you straight away. So you really shouldn't be ever having to check your diary again and write notes and all the rest of it on when to get back to people, because the link will do it all for you. So make sure that if you're booking someone in, again, you would book, so if you're on the phone to Mrs. Jones and you're going, right, let me just have a look, you click on the link yourself and then you book it in and you answer the questions that are on that link. And then everyone's a lot clearer on everything. And then you've got the welcome emails going out and all the rest of it. So step 2 actions. Calendly set up with the warm-up and follow-up sequence, which again, just watch the Calendly videos. There'll be a link there for that. Follow the process, get that set up, add the buttons to your social media, and then set up your phone answering service and give them access to the Calendly link. All you need to do is give them the link. When they click on it, it'll thing they'll just go straight onto it. And then implement what is required from watching the videos about Calendly. There's 2. There's one explaining it, and then there's one showing you how to set it up. So click on that link there. That'll take you through to the page to see those 2 videos. The phone answering service, we use a company called Office Genie. There are loads of them out there where you can pay them per call. You're not going to have loads of calls, so it's not going to be that expensive. It's definitely worth setting up. All you do is set it up with them, put your number, preferably a landline, or they'll sometimes give you a landline. They will then answer the calls for you. They'll book people in and they'll send you messages. So when someone's rang, they'll send you an email to say this person's rang and I've booked them in. so easy. So get that done. So step 2 checklist is set your phone answering service up, watch the Calendly videos, download the Calendly setup document, which is on the page with the Calendly videos. There's a document on there. Download that. Set Calendly up properly, add Calendly to your website and social media, and add the design session link to your quotes. So that's see below. So basically, when you're in Calendly, you set an event up for your design session. You'd add that to your quotes. So when a customer's got a quote, they'll see a button there that says, if you're happy to move forward, click here, boom, takes them through to booking the design session with you, or the second meeting, whatever you decide to call it. And then give your phone answering service the link to booking surveys for you when people call. So step 3, doing the survey. Again, we don't want to get to this point and make a balls of it. So doing the survey is essential at this point. If you've got the customer to interact with your marketing effort and they've received your welcome emails and all the rest of it, they're going to be feeling good about your business at this point. So it's really critical when you turn up to do that survey, you do it right. So go into the KBB University or click the link here and watch the video on doing surveys properly. So when you turn up, you say the right things, you do the right things, and you'll find that really, really valuable, that video. Because no point in doing great marketing, great welcome emails, all the rest of it, turn up to the survey, say and do the wrong things, it just will, your conversion rate is going to drop massively. So only 2 tasks for this: watch the video and just basically learn from that video and implement into your survey the things that you need to be doing, and make sure you're doing them. Step 4, sending the quotes. Once you've been and done your survey, then we now need to send the quote. So you want to send the quote within 48 hours and impress them with your speed and efficiency. Any longer than this, you're going to start losing the trust. You shouldn't be taking 3 and 4 days to get a quote out. Customers whinge a lot about time and speed. They expect, we're in the world of Amazon now. We're in the world of click and it's boom, it's done. That's people's expectation. So 48 hours to get a quote over to someone is really the maximum I would advise you to do. So once you've been to see a customer, get your designs over to the design team, either in your software or send it over to us, but don't sit on it for 3 and 4 days before you start looking at it. Get on with it. When sending your first quote, the wording of the email is crucial. The point of this email is to build trust and confidence, sell the next step. So at this point, we're sending the first quote. All we want to do is book in that next meeting with them. We just want to sell the design session. So on the templates document that comes with this, there's a template that says first quote email. Use that template from the sales template document and replace the red words with your own. This document is on the page with this video. As I've said at the beginning of this presentation, download it. Adding a video to the quote email is going to increase the chance of the sale significantly. So a video like this, where I'm recording my screen and there's just a little thing of me in the bottom corner, it's helping you follow what I'm saying really well. It's bringing us closer together as a relationship, and it helps the customer understand you, see you, because they're spending time with you subconsciously. This is good. They're seeing you on video, they're feeling trust, because when they're watching you, they'll read body language, they'll know if you're a trustworthy person or not, and I'm sure you all are. So don't be afraid, don't hide, get in front of the camera, do this, because it's not difficult. And all you need to do is get the video up on the screen, get your designs, get your quote, and just talk them through it. On the downloads template document, there's some bullet points on the Loom video, what to talk about and what order to talk about them in. And, it's just about practicing, get it right. And this is where you want to be spending your time. So again, getting your designs out as soon as possible to us to get the design and quote back to you, because you don't want to be spending time with that first quote because it's not the final quote. You want to be spending your time with the final quote. So the first time round, get it out, get the design over to us, make sure that we've got the price back to you within the 24 hours so you can get it back within the 48 hours. Then you want to spend your time putting the bits together, make sure your pricing's right, and then doing the video. That's where your time should be going. So create an account with loom.com. Again, it's a cheap piece of software. Learn how to use Loom by creating your account and add the link to the video you have made for each customer. So basically, when you've made a video, it'll give you a link to copy and put into the email. On the template the first quote template, there's a bit where it says insert Loom link here. So again, it's all sort of in that template. So you create the video, put the link in there, boom, send it off to the customer. So making a video of you going over your quote and images on your normal desktop, like I've said, is fine. Or add the images. Some of you I've noticed, are using better proposals and making a presentation and then doing the video around that. And that's fine if you've got time. There's nothing wrong with just doing it like this, just showing attachments and just flicking through things. You've got to be mindful of the amount of time you're going to spend on that, and really for what gain. It could be just adding time in for the sake of it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if you haven't got time, this is fine. If you have got time to upload it into Better Proposals or do a full presentation that way, great. But I wouldn't get hung up about it. What I've added here is a Loom video of one that we did a while ago for a bathroom customer, and this customer went ahead, said yes, so this works. And just have a look at that video and copy it, basically. Just say, right, I'll just do exactly what you said on that video. Once you've done a few of them, you become second nature. The first few, I know it's painful. Being in front of the camera is not our natural thing, and I get that. But if we want to make sales, the more things we do to encourage that sale, the better. So step 4 checklist is get your email quote template set up from the downloads document that's with this video. Create your Loom account. Practice making some videos on Loom. Using the Loom script and bullet points when recording. Find them on the template doc. It's like Loom bullet points. And then any customers that you've sort of quoted where you've not heard back from them, practice on them. They're probably going to say no anyway because you've not heard from them for a bit. But there's nothing wrong with making a video and sending that off to them. You never know. They might just still be sat there. I've not chose anyone, and then they get this video, and then they might go ahead. We've told a couple of people to do that, and they've got jobs from it. So yeah, I'd definitely give that a spin, and it's good practice. There's no pressure on those sales because you think you've lost them anyway, so you've nothing to lose. They're a great place to sort of practice on 3 or 4. Right, so step 5, following up properly. So once we've sent our video and our quote and our attachment of the PDF of our quotation and, render whatever you're sending to them the first time round and 2D plan. Once that's gone, we need to get a yes or a no. So don't go quiet on them and don't let them go quiet on you. You must get a yes or a no. You're not trying to sell the kitchen at this point, remember. That's at step 7. At this point, we're just trying to sell the next meeting, which is the design meeting. So this is the process I would advise you to follow. Follow this process for following up. Day 1, send the quote as per the template with the Loom video. Day 2, check everything is received okay. Call them and just say, I'm just checking to see if you received everything that I've sent over. And do you have any questions? They might say, oh, no, I've not got it. Because again, there's times where we've sent quotes out, or we know some of you have, and then 2 days later, you think you've sent it, and the customer's like, I've not got it. Either something's gone wrong with the email, or it's gone into spam or something like that. So you need to make sure they've received it. You have to be sure that they've actually got it. Now on Loom, it'll tell you when they've watched the video. So what you're really after here is watch the video. So what you're trying to get the customer to do at this point is just watch that video. And Loom will tell you exactly how long of the video they've watched. So what we want to do is ring them up, make sure they've got it, make sure they've got the video link, push them to watch the video, and just let them know that you'll catch up with them in a few days' time. Now, what I'd be careful of here is we don't admire them too much, but we want to make sure they watch that video because that video is critical to converting the sale. So if after a couple of days they've still not watched the video, message them, resend them the link just to the video to say, please watch the video. It's really important because it really explains everything. So I really want you to watch it. What I'd also do is print and post the quote. So get your quote, 2D plan, and print it and post it. Now, this is just a bit of sales psychology. Having something physical, paper, in their hand is a good thing because they can write on it, they can scribble on it. I've seen it many, many times where we've been back to jobs and the customers add what we've sent them in the post on the side and they've been writing on it. So again, it's that physical thing. They're more engaged with you. So use a service there. It's called pc2paper.co.uk. You basically upload your documents, put the customer's address in, pay a couple of quid, and they'll post it out. Put that into your process. Do that the day after you've sent the quote. Make sure that goes out. So within the first 3 or 4 days, they've had an email from you, they've had the video, they've got stuff in the post. Now now you're all over them, and they're feeling more from you than they're probably feeling from anybody else. Day 5, again, we need to make sure by this point that they've watched that video. So that's the main thing. You might want to ring them up again and just double check they've got stuff. So once we're getting to a point where they've had everything, make sure they've got everything. Day 5 or 6, we want to send them follow-up email 1. If you go onto the template document, there's follow-up email 1. Day 8 or 9, we want to do follow-up email 2. Now, once we get to the end of that process, then it's just a matter of judging it and going, right, where are they up to? Pick up the phone, but you need to get a yes or a no. The way I look at these things is they've asked you to go to their house. You've took the time and effort to do this stuff for them. They at least owe you an update, a yes or a no. Okay. So, you need to be a bit more, people will respond to you in the end. And sometimes it might be piss off, leave me alone. It never is that, but you know what I mean. Don't be worried about people telling you to do one, because we just want an answer, and it's not unreasonable considering the effort you've put in that they can be asked to email you back or ring you back. So that's your follow-up process. Step 5. Step 6, the design meeting and revised quote. So on your quote, you'd put the link on for your design session. So once your customers confirm that they want to meet you for the second time, the same rules apply from the first meeting. Remember, don't mess up this meeting. Keep composure and stay professional. Keep it all about them. Keep the conversation on them and their project. Don't go on about yourself. They're not interested. So just make sure that you're not, getting comfortable with them at this point. Keep it professional. And at this meeting, you want to meet up with them to go over the amendments, show them the samples, make final decisions, discuss the installation date, and answer any of the questions. Remember, you've not got the sale in the bag at this point. Be patient and helpful, because you might need to go back for the 3rd time yet, maybe even a 4th time. But once you think you've got the final design and quote, resend everything and on an email, and this time include the renders and any other info that you might need to send. For sending the final quote and design, use the email template. So again, on the templates document, email template after design session. So this is again, copy and paste that, add and remove bits that you feel fit, and then send that off with everything. And then repeat that process if you need to go back for the 3rd time. Okay. So step 7, then signature and deposit. So if we've now had an email, what we want from step 6, once we've been back as, we're happy that everything's done, they've emailed you to say, yeah, I'm happy to go ahead. Now we want to, once we've got that email back from them, we just want to confirm everything. So you could do 3 things. You could send them the deposit invoice with the start date and use your email trail as the contract, if you like. Emails are legally binding. But with so many emails in a trail and dates and all the rest of it, it can be confusing to work out who's right and who's wrong should a dispute occur. Option 2 is you upload everything with your design and your quotes with your terms and conditions into a piece of software to capture a signature to encompass exactly what the project spec and the quote includes and does not include, forming a proper contract and leaving the email trail redundant. Obviously, that's the best way forward. But step 1, we all start there. We for many years just used step 1. But what we found was when we started doing proper contracts and using the Better Proposal software, it cut down a lot of shit. It cut down a lot of people coming back to us going, oh, I thought you were doing this. Oh, and I thought you were doing that. No, what's on your 2D plan, your quote and your renders and all the rest of it, that's what you're paying for. That's in your contract. So the fact that on an email 3 months ago we discussed this, well, that's not in here, and we've asked you to check it and sign it. So honestly, it does cut out a lot of stuff, and I'd highly recommend that step 2 is the one that you go for, or step 3 where you've got a manual printed contract. But again, the problem with manual printed contracts is they're open to manipulation. Oh, I didn't get that page. Oh yeah, you didn't give us that bit. still not watertight. The watertight version is version 2. That's the digital version. No one can manipulate that. Nobody can say, oh, that wasn't in there, because it was. Anything email and paper can be used, and some people use it without many problems, but when a problem occurs, it's very, very difficult. So I would urge you to stick to step 2 if you can. So watch this video here on how to send your quote and contract. We use a piece of software called Better Proposals, and I know many of you are starting to use it too. So basically, click on that link. There's a link within that page where you can get a month free. So that gives you plenty of time to get that all set up. And then step 7 checklist is create your terms and conditions. Again, on the templates document that's in here, there's a T's and C's example on there. So you can just change that, add and remove the example that we've put on there, and use that. Watch the video above on sending out your quote and contracts. Create your Better Proposals account. There's a link on there to get 1 month free, like I've just said. Create your Better Proposals template. Again, on the video above, I go through all that, how to set all that up, and start using the contracts for each project. And that is the 7 steps as per this diagram, that if you follow those things, go through those links, use this video to implement everything that you need to implement, you're going to have a great sales process. And that's what this is about. This is about competing with the big boys, and this is how you do it. We've done it. We've come from the ground up. We still don't have big showrooms, and we're doing well as an installer nationally and a supplier. And this is all within your grasp as well. This is not out of your reach, this whatsoever. If you just get these things set up, it's perception at the end of the day. The perception to the customer is these are a proper company. When you're sending things out there that make you look small and shit, that's why you're not making sales, because that's how you look. Now, what we want to do is make the customer think, oh, this is a proper proper customer, a proper business, good website, good sales process. He's a sound guy. Yeah, this all feels good. I'm happy to spend money. That's where we're trying to get people. And some of you have been struggling in the past because you're not channeling into what the customer wants to see, and what the customer wants. And if you do this right, and lean on us for all the support you need to get this right, if you do, your life will change. Let me tell you. If you've been doing labor-only jobs previously and you start pulling this stuff off, you're laughing. And it might look complicated, this, but just work through it one bit at a time and build it up. And then once you get to the end and you go, right, I'm happy with that, start pushing some marketing into step 1, then the rest of it will take care of itself. So I'll leave that with you. And let us know if you need anything. Email us at marketing@kbbspyservices.co.uk if you need any support. You know where we are if you need us. Okay? Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.